Too many times in our lives, we hold on to things. We hold on to what people have told us, mean things, and it can stay within us for days, weeks, months, and years later. And it can affect our happiness. It can affect our ability to focus. But I think the worst thing about holding on to what people have said to us, how people have wronged us, the worst thing is that it builds up inside of you. It builds a rage, it builds an anger and a frustration inside of you that gets bigger as life goes on. Which is why you need to let go of these things, because it's destructive to not only your mental health but to your physical health too. It causes you stress, and stress causes you to get diseases. It makes you more prone to getting sick. You start feeling more down. You might even lash out your anger, that bottled up frustration, on somebody that you don't want to let out on. It could be your mom, and you're going to regret it. So the key is to let this shit go. And the most important thing, man, is to realize that everything in this world is temporary. It's not going to last forever. And the past is the past. When you understand those two things, that things are temporary and the past is the past, once you're able to accept that, it's easier for you to move on with your life. It's easier for you to let go. And yes, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's very difficult to let go of what's something that someone said or something that someone did to you 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Sometimes it's very hard. But you can forgive, can't you? You can forgive. You don't have to forget, but you can forgive. And that is the strongest thing you can do. Because when you forgive, it gives you room to move on. It gives peace within yourself to move on with your freaking life. Right? It allows you to move on. Your friend didn't text you, your friend didn't call you back, and now you're holding a grudge against him? Forget about it. Who cares? Maybe he or she was busy. Maybe he has his own life. Right? That coworker that called you ugly or that called you fat, maybe he has an insecurity that you don't know about. Let it go. He's not a family member. He doesn't think about you 24/7. Don't put weight on shit that doesn't matter. Just let it go. Practice the art of letting go. And honestly, the best way to let go is to stay busy. Do things that you enjoy doing. For me, I love exercising, so I like to go on walks. I like to go for runs. I like to go to the gym to distract myself and to also improve on myself. I like to play video games here and there. I like to read. I like to study about different languages. This gives me an outlet to put my focus on something else. But the moment you stay idle, the moment you stay bored, then those thoughts start coming back. They start coming into your head. Right? Something that someone said yesterday, the day before yesterday. And you know the problem is too, I've noticed, that when you hold on to certain grudges, when you hold on to certain things, your dreams also start to change. Those people start entering into your dreams and you may start having nightmares, or your thought process starts getting altered. Something that was really small that someone did to you in your dream, it ends up becoming 100 times worse. And you wake up feeling angry. You wake up feeling sad. You wake up crying. You wake up feeling like shit because you let that thought sink into your head and it was manifesting. It was infesting your mind, your feelings, your emotions. This is what holding on to shit can do. Holding on to revenge, holding on to a grudge. This is what it can do. It's like a virus. It's like a sickness, and it'll creep into your soul. It'll creep into your ability in your entire life. Even when you're sleeping, it'll still haunt you. So the key is to forgive and forget. The key is to realize that life is temporary. All this shit's temporary, so it doesn't even matter. You know? I know for a fact that when you're watching this, you, at one point in your life, even probably now, you hold on to certain things that someone said to you. Good or bad. It doesn't matter. It could be a compliment, and you feel boosted. Oh, you're so handsome. You have such big arms. You know, it's good, but sometimes that can make you prideful. It can make you very overconfident and cocky. You have to have the fine line. And the fine line is to realize that you know who you are, and to realize that people's opinions of me, good or bad, it shouldn't affect who I know I am. If you know the truth about yourself, if you're brutally honest with yourself, nothing can affect you. You won't hold on to grudges. You won't hold on to something mean that someone said because you know who you are as a person. You know? If you know that you are an honest person who likes to be upfront about things, if someone says that you're a liar, if someone calls you a liar, don't believe it. Who cares? Walk away because you know who you are as a person. But you also have to realize that sometimes when someone says something to you, depending on who they are, they may come from good terms, from a good heart. It could be a very close friend of yours. It could be a family member. They may be giving you some good advice about life. And sometimes they may be brutally honest. There may be some flaw that you need to work on. And at that point, it's up to you to decide if you want to listen to them and take their advice. But a majority of the people that you meet in your life, they don't have their best interest for you. They do not. A lot of the times people just want to put you down so they can become elevated. They want to feel on top of you. You know, could be because of jealousy. It could just be out of pride, ego. It could be many things. But you need to realize that when someone says something mean to you or when they try to ridicule you, don't try to get revenge back. Don't try to be that person because it's just you're fighting fire with fire and you're going to hold on to what that person said. And as I said, it can manifest into your life. Every other person that you meet, you may give them a dirty look. You may give them a blind eye. That one girl that said something mean to you 10 years ago, 20 years ago in high school that rejected you, now because of that, you're not even approaching girls. You don't even want to date girls anymore. You think girls are all bitches? Just because of that one incident? This is what can happen when you don't let go. I'm telling you this from experience. This is what can happen. Do not let the past affect your now. Do not let the past affect your future. Learn from it and just move on. Move on with your life. It doesn't matter how terrible someone did something to you. It doesn't matter. What matters is that how you move within your life now, the decisions that you make right now. But do not let that affect you. If you know who you are as a person, if you know that you are a person that's growing, that's trying to improve, nothing else matters. Everything is background noise. This whole world is background noise. Everything. Don't hold on to things. Try to let go. Try to let go of the things. The comments. Not even just comments and stuff, even the things around you. Try to let go. Try to throw away some stuff. Donate some stuff to charity. You will feel refreshed. It's the same feeling as when you let go of what someone has said to you. You feel refreshed. You feel cleansed. You feel rejuvenated. You feel lighter. You feel a lot lighter. For me, this was a process and it takes a lot of time. This is not something that you can do overnight. This takes a lot of time. It depends on the type of, your environment and your life story. It all depends on it, right? But the most important thing is to realize that there is a brighter side at the end of the rainbow. There is a brighter side at the end of the tunnel. There is a light. But the light is foggy. It's foggy. You need to clear the fog. You need to clear the fog, walk through it, and move forward. That is the only way that you're going to gain more peace in your life, happiness in your life, room for something new. Out with the old, in with the new. You cannot have old and new at the same time. Something has to go in order for something to replace it. That is how life works. That is how you grow, right? So it's very important that we understand that letting go is not something that is easy, but it's necessary. It's necessary for you to elevate to the next level, for you to improve, for you to enjoy life and just be happier overall. That person that bullied you in elementary school, okay, use that as motivation to get stronger, go to the gym, do MMA, but don't do it because you want to get back at him. Don't do that. Do it because you just want to improve and thank him or her. Wow, thank you for that. Thank you for that.